Hey everyone, John here. I hope you're all doing well and welcome back to the channel. I wanted to make this quick video for you guys to make you guys aware of something that could happen to your Tune-O-Matic bridge. Now I got a new guitar recently. It's a very cool guitar actually. It's this ESP SCT-607B Stephen Carpenter signature 7-string baritone guitar. Honestly, it's a really good guitar, but it has one flaw. And I'm going to talk about that flaw. Today, it's not about this guitar model at all. Aside from the issue, this guitar is basically perfect, but it has to do with the bridge. Okay, so this is a Tune-O-Matic style bridge. And I know about this issue, so when I picked up this guitar and took a look at the guitar, I very quickly realized that this was an issue. Okay, now this happens with guitars with Tune-O-Matic bridges that have the strings go through the body, like this one. But it can also happen to Tune-O-Matic style bridges with a tailpiece like this. I've seen it happen on Gibson Les Pauls, I've seen it happen on ESP LTDs and a bunch of other types of guitars, as long as they have this type of bridge. And I do think that it has to do with the materials, because it doesn't happen with all the Tune-O-Matic style bridges, not at all, just with some of them, okay? So what is the issue? Well, what happens is, either over time or very quickly, like with this ESP LTD over here, because this one is brand new, what will happen is that the pressure of the strings on the bridge will make the bridge sort of bend down and cave in a little bit. In other words, it will collapse a little bit on itself, okay? And that means that instead of the bridge being bowed up a little bit, some types are flat, and I mean like the solid part of the bridge, the top of it will be flat, and most of them will be bowed up a little bit, okay? Now when a bridge like this collapses, the top of the bridge will be sort of U-shaped, okay? And that's not good, because you want the bridge to follow the radius of the neck, so that the string height of all the strings is consistent across the whole neck. Now when the bridge is collapsed and sort of U-shaped, if you will, the middle strings will have lower action at the beginning of the neck here than the outside strings. So you will never be able to get the action perfect on your guitar. And if you're not aware of this problem happening on your guitar, or if you're not even aware of this problem existing in the first place, you're going to have some trouble setting up your guitar properly, and you're going to fight your guitar, and you're not going to be able to set it up in a way that feels good and sounds good, because some of the middle strings might rattle a little bit, while the low E and high E strings might be good. You know what I mean? So the more you get to the middle of the bridge and the middle strings, the more this will affect the tone and the playability, basically. So it's quite important that you guys are aware of this, because if this happens, you're going to need to do something about it, most likely. Now with the Tune-O-Matic style bridge on a Les Paul with a tailpiece like this, there are a couple of things that you can do to remedy this. One thing that you might do is just use lighter strings, but of course you don't want to adjust, your playing preferences to that. What some people do is they raise the tailpiece. So they put it a little bit higher so that there's less pressure on the saddles here. That's one thing that you can do. You can also do top wrapping, which means that you can put the string, when you change the strings, put it in this hole so that it comes out here, and then wrap it over the top of the tailpiece. I've done that in the past as well, and that works out really well. I haven't had any issues with this particular guitar, but that's something that you can do and something that I might do in the future. Now these are a set of 10s tuned to E, so that's a fairly standard setup. So I don't think I'll run into any issues with this particular bridge on this guitar. And like I said, not all bridges are created equally. Some will collapse way sooner and others will stay perfect throughout their lifetime, okay? So it's just something that you need to be aware of and to keep an eye on, basically. Let me show you another guitar that had this issue. So this is also an ESP LTD guitar, also a Stephen Carpenter 7-string baritone signature model. And last year or so, I noticed that this bridge had collapsed as well. And they sent me a new one, which was very kind of them. This is the old bridge. And I'll add some close-ups to the video so you guys can see what happened here. But this one was collapsed. They sent me the new one, but unfortunately, I'm looking at it right now. It seems to be collapsing as well. So that's a shame. So I guess the materials that they're using for these bridges maybe aren't as strong, or it has to do with the construction. So with the fact that these strings are going through the body, so the angle is steeper, causing more pressure on the bridge itself, causing it to collapse. So I'm gonna need to replace this, unfortunately, again, because yeah, the action on the middle strings will be lower than I want them to be. Now with a guitar like this, without the tailpiece, there's not a lot you can do aside from, you know, using lighter strings, which is not an option for me. So you're gonna just have to be aware of this issue and maybe find a bridge style or a bridge brand rather that uses better materials or something. Now I'm not trying to knock ESP LTD at all. These guitars are great, but maybe the hardware that they're using for these bridges on these particular models are a little bit more prone to this. I mean, it's a 7-string guitar after all, so the bridge is going to be a little bit more wide. So it might be a little bit more prone to collapsing because of that. Now this is my other ESP LTD SCT607B, very similar to the green one. This one has the EMGs. This bridge looks a little bit different. It's a little bit more shiny. Maybe it's a different brand. I don't know. The other one is matte black from the green one. This one is like a shiny gloss black. And this one is older. This guitar is from 2016. And let me tell you, this bridge is still absolutely perfect. So the top of the bridge is still bowed up a little bit, following the radius of the neck here, okay? And that's how it's supposed to be. So that definitely tells me that there is something going on with the materials that they're using on the newer bridges. Because this one is brand new, and when I took it out of the case, as I said, it's really a great, amazing guitar, but the bridge is just collapsed a little bit, and that's a shame. So I'm gonna need to fix that ASAP. I've already emailed Thomann about that, and they're hopefully gonna send me a replacement bridge. That would be wonderful. So I just wanted to make this quick video for you guys to make you aware of this issue and that it might happen with your Tune-O-Matic bridge as well. So be aware of it. Take a look at your bridges. As I mentioned, some of them, including this one, should be bowed up a little bit. And I mean like the upper edge of the bridge should have a little bit of a curve going on to follow the radius of the neck, because the neck itself also has a little bit of a curve, right? If it has a bow down like a U, that's not good. That means that the bridge is collapsed. So yeah, be aware of it. And if you're having issues with adjusting the action on your guitar based on the height of the bridge, check it out and see if this might be the cause of your issues. Okay guys, I hope this helped. Please be aware that I'm an affiliate with Thomann and Sweetwater. So if you want to support the channel, you can click the links below to buy something there at no additional cost, and that will help the channel out. I'd greatly appreciate it. You can also check out my Ko-Fi web store where I sell quad cortex captures and all that good stuff. And of course, also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Please also hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, as that really helps the channel out. I'd really appreciate it. And of course, let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on this issue and if you've ever encountered this issue for yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers.